hit this button. I believe, I believe that we're feeding out to the people out there. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me know if there's any issues with the audio. I'm back, yo. The coof has not taken me out yet. It still might, who knows. But I'm back, and we're all back. So welcome back here. Let me make sure. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do here. Go in the normal route. You're of course joining us live on Utreon.
Oh no.
So we can hold guns like that. In case you didn't know, that's why we do this live from Utreon and not the YouTubes. So later on, this will be going up on the YouTubes. But yeah, check that out. That's my. It's like so big right up there. Smith & Wesson M&P 22 with that nice little can on. Oh, this is actually a PTP can. So there you go. Old school PTP 22 can on it. And, you know, this is, I call this my squirrel slayer. My squirrel slayer. Let's see what, does Patrick, I don't know. Okay, Patrick's doesn't have anything. Walter's got something. What's Walter got there?
I got a 9mm AR that takes the Colt type mags with an adapter and a mag well.
Yeah.
Got a buffer tube made for a.
Look, Patrick, look at that freaking buffer tube, dude. It's so from the olden days. Does anyone remember this? Remember this is what pistols used to look like.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Can I finish, Mr. Know-It-All? This buffer tube's made for a tail hook. See, it's got a little notchy right there. It just don't have a tail hook on it.
Yeah.
So yes. But you know what? Remember this?
Yeah.
Remember this? Well, you know what? Cheek. It's coming back. It's coming back real soon, biatch.
Oh Lord.
It never went anywhere.
You're
really.
not. Yeah. It's you don't. So you're not doing this anymore. Then is that what you're saying? You're not.
Well, I mean, you can do what you want. I won't stop you.
Okay, listen. So anyway, I'm forgetting my place here. I think basically I told you guys you want to join us live on Utreon. It's Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom. That's where you can find us. Otherwise, we'll be on YouTube. You guys can subscribe to us. It's YouTube/Who Moved My Freedom. So there you go. Let me press the buttons and get this going. Let's see. Open scene.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, yes, we are back. As I said, let's see. Let's get those hands waving in the air. Let's do the jazz hands. There you go, jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. Shout out to everyone out there. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. This is episode 938. It's entitled "The Plandemic Will Never Be Over." Never be over, no matter what Joe Biden says. They will never actually ever let it end. This is FreeForAll Monday, so that means, of course, we're joined by Patrick Babyface P. There he goes. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. I'm sure he's got some opinions that have been festering.
We'll get there.
Okay. Also,
we'll get there.
We're also joined by Walter Keller. I'm sure he's also got some things that have been up in the mix as well. I'm here.
I got your fester. I got your fester right here.
Right. So let's just start with this. So yes, officially, Lola and myself do have the COVIDicus. We got the COVIDicus. It happened to me like a week ago.
How you been feeling? So the last week was pretty bad, you said.
Yeah, last week was really bad. This week is better, but it's kind of goes like up and down. It's one of those things where I feel fine, and then all of a sudden I'll get really tired or get a fever or something like that. My throat has been, like, I've been coughing the whole time, so that's the one thing that's tough to get rid of. And then just, like, I think the worst part of it is that lagging, like fatigue.
Tiredness.
Yeah.
Tiredness.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, it's been about time. I don't think I haven't. This is the first time in this whole thing. How long has this nonsense been going on? How many years have we been under the?
Since 20.
19/20.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, this is the first time since then that I've actually caught it again. Back in 19, I had it. I remember that. And this is exactly like that. But when we went to the hospital and got tested, they were like, excuse me, back in those days, they were like, oh, you only have the B strain of the flu. So this time, you know, I got the official Covidicus.
That's before the flu was politicized, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And as I said, you know, our overlord and master has declared that
it's over. We're done. Everybody's good.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Can I go back in time a little bit?
Back in time.
You remember?
Okay. Uh-huh.
You remember the last overlord that said it was over with? Everything's over with. Went on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean and said it's over with. Remember that?
Was it no? Mission accomplished.
That was W.
Mission accomplished.
How many American boys died after that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah.
Just a little something to remember. That's
right.
It.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, under.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Just remember, under Trump, we had 400,000 COVID deaths. Under Biden, so far, we've had 601,000. So
the Italians said they had over 100. The Italians said they had over 120,000, and they revised it down to 3,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that, and probably 3,000 is very bold, actually. To be honest with you. So, if you had 400,000 people dying in that period of time, you'd see people dead on the street.
There'd be bodies in the street. Yeah, you couldn't get rid of them fast enough. In India, when COVID was going full on, they didn't have enough sticks to burn the bodies with because they pile them up in a pile and burn them with sticks and lumber and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's the Indian funeral, right? You got to be cremated.
The pyre.
Yeah, and that was a little bit more of a pandemic in India. We didn't have a pandemic. We just had a politicaldemic.
So I don't want to just like make up things. How's India doing now? Did they get like that herd immunity after that?
No.
Or?
Well, no word of it. No news no more. So.
Yeah. By the way, I think
nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah. Everybody thinks it's going to be other places that take over the planet. I believe it's going to be my people, the Indian people. And when you all take over, just remember, Hank Strange is down with the Indian people of the world.
If the Indian people could get their act together a little better,
oh my God,
they could be a powerhouse. No,
if they could like land on the moon or do some, well, it's over.
I'm talking about a manufacturing powerhouse. But they seem to have a hard time getting their act together. They're working on it. They're getting better. And as far as space goes, man, the Indians are starting to kick ass in space. So,
I mean, you can keep throwing dudes at it. How did America do it? I think we were talking about this the last time we did a show.
How we did it?
We threw dudes.
We said we were going to do it at any cost. And we did it.
Yeah.
That's how we did it.
Yep.
We didn't care. We didn't care about the baby gay seals on the beach. We didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. We built the spaceport.
Yeah.
We built the spaceport. We flew the planes. We made the noise. We made the chemicals, and we did it. That's how we did it. You can't.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's how all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's like fighting when World War II. World War II, they said we're going to fucking kill everybody, and you have to fucking kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be selective and we can't do that neighborhood because there's too many children in the houses over there.
Or it's like how the West was won and all that. You know, the other day I was looking at this movie with Lola, and Lola has never heard of the Donner Party. You guys know what the Donner Party is?
Yeah, each other.
Yeah,
well, you gotta do. That's one of those situations of you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, Lola was like, "What do you mean there was people traveling in the wintertime?" I was like,
"Here, somebody made a bad choice that they were going to try to get over before it got bad, and someone
didn't read the weather tea leaves properly."
No, they also the other problem was the person who was setting the guides
who was writing the guidebooks for going out west, basically would walk like a quarter of what he thought was a trail, and then run back and write like, "Yeah, this is a great trail."
That sounds like reporters today. That sounds like
they gave it to the Donner Party. The party had, and by the way, for people that aren't aware, the party had like 150 people at one point. It was a massive caravan.
Yeah.
They get off to this pass that this guy had told them is great and go for it. Come to find out, you have to like bushwhack your way through it. There's no way of getting a caravan. You can't get like cattle and stuff through. So yeah, they froze and had to eat each other. Is the moral of that story?
Yeah. That's but
that's how you pioneer
shit. Yeah.
Some did survive.
This is how you pioneer shit.
Oh yeah, there's always survivors if you're willing to eat the.
I was watching a video last night of the Great British Empire trying to pioneer a way around the north to Asia, so they could do trades back in like the 1840s, 1850s, and they killed a lot. They just kept throwing crews at this and go, "Yeah, you can find a path up there. Go to Asia." And it's like
the north. You're talking about the Northwest Passage, right? That goes around.
Oh, yep, across through Canada and around. Yep. There's like 3 ships got lost trying to stake claims up there.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
this is how it goes. Whoever has got the nuts, whoever's got.
Let me just throw something at you. There's always this go to the moon. Okay, the moon's great. Boom. The moon's only 2. You can see the moon, right? You can see the moon clear on a night. When you talk about going to Mars and you're going to travel for 6 months in a spaceship, and then when you get there, you don't even know if you're going to be able to leave.
I don't understand people because they already have folks signed up.
Oh, they have people who volunteered. People run. I want to go. I want to
go. Elon Musk is number 1 on the list. Apparently, he's good.
I don't understand it. Could you imagine being stuck? For months
You're dead.
In that little.
No, I'll wait until we have beaming or something, or we. I like Avatar. Avatar is a cool way to do it. Like, did you guys see the Avatar movie? We just like.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen the Avatar movie?
Oh, the highest grossing movie in history. I've never seen it.
Right. Wow.
And,
okay.
Yeah, we always go these planets where there's air and there's breathing and there's all this stuff like this.
No.
You go to Mars and you mess up one time, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no calling for an ambulance or I'm too.
Yeah, don't trip.
That was part of my thought with the land navigation video I was watching last night. I was like, you imagine being a crew member of one of those boats, any of the boats going west. You don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know where you kind of know, but you don't really. You're just there for the ride, and they it took them 2 years. They spent almost a whole entire year stuck in the ice. They had enough canned food for 3 years. The food went bad, but could you imagine? Like, I don't know if I'm brave enough to just set out into the wild wilderness and go, fuck it, we'll make it eventually. I don't know if I could do it.
The people that went overland west, you know how many people are buried on those trails going?
Oh,
how many
God,
babies?
Yeah.
How many babies died along the way? How many grannies died along the way? How many people were murdered along the way and stuck in the ground?
Let's throw this question out here. For the 3 of us, who would have, of the 3 of us, would you have gone west? Would you have traveled to greater pastures out west of California? Walter says yes, he would have done it.
No, I'm right here. I'm in the part of America I want to be in, Florida.
I don't know if
I'm talking about the old days, man. The old days.
No, once I found Florida, I'll be good. That's it.
If somebody says you go west, you can have whatever you get when you can have whatever you can get over there when you get over there. There's always a chance of
that's a hard.
You will not be able to turn out. You got to turn out a lot of babies. If I could take a harem with me, that would be my first.
Well, then you run into that problem of women die during childbirth. What happens if you kill her? You're out in the middle of nowhere.
It was tough to make America, man. Do you know how many wives people went through, or husbands, or like kids? Unfortunately, I mean, it's just not.
That's why you birthed 10 of them and had 3 wives.
Yeah. Oh man, in the olden days, I know. I think right now is these are these are good times, and people still die. Like I still see people out in Death Valley. I saw that in the news a couple weeks ago. Some dude was
people go out there.
Yeah, he was in Death Valley with his 4x4 or whatever, freewheeling it. Ran out of gas. Decided to walk to get gas. They just found him dead. Yeah, you can't.
No.
Well, you can't.
You don't leave your vehicle. First rule of that stuff. Like in that, like you don't leave the. No.
Yeah. Don't go to Death Valley.
Well, by
die
yourself.
all
By
the
yourself.
time.
Don't go out by yourself.
Yeah.
Don't go out in the woods here by yourself on an adventure. You can die right.
People do it.
You can die right a mile from your house if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
Yeah. We still do craziness. We're human beings. I mean, yeah. Some things I don't do, like I'm not gonna voluntarily jump out of planes that aren't crashing.
I gotta think somehow I want to do that at least one time. I don't know.
I don't know. It would. I think I could do it. The anticipation of the whole event is probably the worst part.
No, I don't like roller coasters. Damn it! I don't like I don't like the little baby roller coasters either.
I'll take a. I enjoy a roller coaster.
Damn it! No, not me. I'm not a fan.
But I have my limits. Carny rides, ain't no way you're getting me on some of those crazy ass carny rides. People die at carnivals.
All the
I
time.
am not getting.
All the time.
Do you think anybody checks those things to make sure the bolts are tight? I'm not.
I think a carnival ride recently just crashed, like somewhere.
Yeah, they had something
surprise
where
me
somebody
at all.
was killed.
Yeah.
Oh, there was that kid
All the
that
time.
was ejected from it. He was what, 13 or 14?
Yeah.
Right out of the seat and died.
Oh,
But I think that was a
was-
big
yeah,
kid. That was a big kid, though.
It
That was in
kinda their
Orlando.
full-
That was in Orlando.
Yeah, that was in Orlando.
Yeah. My kids love those frickin' things, man, and I would take them to Disney or Universal. Universal was their thing. I hate those.
Did
things.
you have a moment in your life or an age that you remember realizing your mortality? Because as a kid, I was kind of the same thing. I'm like, I don't even think about dying. I don't really ponder it at all. The ride's going to bring me back to Earth. It's all good.
It was the day my first son was born. Then I realized.
Is that what you thought about? Shit, I could die.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, now I can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got.
Walt, you don't have any thoughts of mortality?
No. When you fly over the handlebars on a mini bike, that's one time you have a moment.
Right when you're about to die, you have your moment.
You know what's funny, and maybe this says something about my character. Is as long as I'm in control of something, I feel pretty good about it. Like, I know my limits, I know how far I want to push myself. But the second you start putting other people in control of dumb shit, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to be part of this.
That's like riding a horse.
Yeah.
A horse has got its own damn brain.
It could throw you at any moment.
And if it decides it wants to stop or kick your ass off,
oh yeah,
you're gone. You're gone.
I don't trust horses or cats.
Nobody should trust cats.
By the way, Armament and Axes gave us $5. Thanks, Armament and Axes. I show my support as always. Hank is a dork, but good to see him here and okay.
Big old whale penis.
And hey, BFP and Walt. There you go.
My favorite thing. I bring it up every time we talk about this, and I wish Marley were here because she would make a face at me. Cats will eat you if you die. They will not wait for last resorts.
So will
they
your
will
dogs,
just straight
by the
eat
way.
you.
So will your
dogs. No, dogs will
eat
wait
you.
until they're almost starving before they will eat you.
Yeah, a lot of dogs when in Hurricane Katrina, a lot of dogs almost starved to death or starved to death.
They don't want to eat people.
Yeah.
They really don't want to eat their humans. They are good at scavenging though. But no, cats will straight away. They don't see you as anything.
Cats
other
don't
than
give a
food.
shit.
They don't give a shit. They'll eat you right away.
No, if they get big enough,
Never trust a cat.
Yeah,
Never trust a cat.
Good, as Hank says, cats are evil.
They're evil. They are evil.
They're plotting. No, they look at you like they want to. They're plotting.
Yeah, Walt, do you have cats? I know there's cats around you, but you guys don't actually
and you know, when I met my significant other, when I met Peggy, she had a cat, and the cat was a demon.
I'm telling you.
So who is shocked? Who was shocked?
It would attack you if you just for doing nothing. You know, just
Walter. If you would have died in that house, that cat would have eaten you in like 15 minutes flat.
I gave that cat some serious flying lessons. I mean, literally. I mean, grab a hold and just toss the fucker. Woo! They don't land on their feet, by the way.
I don't. No, I'm not about cats. Cats are not my thing.
So, it's not that I don't. People say, "Oh, you must hate cats." I don't hate cats. I just don't like critters in my space. You know what I'm saying?
Cats are very so I'll tell you guys this. I remember one time, I think I was in Pennsylvania, and so this guy that I was doing a documentary on, he had cats, and he would take them for walks. I have
treated
video.
him like a dog.
Yeah, he would take them out for walks, and they would go walking
Just go
through.
get a dog.
He lived up in up in the mountains, northeast corner, way up in the mountains, and it was awesome. It was a beautiful place. But he would take the cats for walks. Well, there was a kitten came onto this territory from somewhere onto his property, and these cats, they chased this thing up a tree and would not. They were trying to kill it.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, these cats are."
No, cats. You
No,
don't
yeah.
fuck with cats.
Yeah, they are vicious animals.
Flying lesson. That's fixing it. Flying lesson.
I stayed away
Same
from.
with
I
chickens.
stayed away from.
Chickens get a good flying lesson.
Yeah, I stayed away from those cats. But that guy was a big cat fan.
If a chicken, if a rooster decides to turn on you, time to get rid of him. Get you a new rooster. Get you a new chicken.
Time to put
Because once the chickens turn,
Yeah,
put it in the pot.
Nobody wants
That's
their
right.
cock to turn on them.
nope, can't have it like that. Nope.
Make you some chicken and yellow rice. Chicken and yellow
That's
rice.
exactly it.
Like, this chicken's a little gamey. Yeah, that's old Bob. He was acting up.
But yeah, chickens, you don't act up around me. You'd be put in a pot real quick.
Yeah. Armin and Axis says, if I'm dead, I don't care if the cat survives on my flesh. I'm dead.
No.
I want my dog to starve before he eats me. I want a companion to come with me.
Okay, so I'm trying to picture Buckshot,
I don't know.
dragging you out, digging a hole,
Could you imagine him
pushing
actually eating us? I don't think he could.
Buckshot? I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I don't know that he could. I think he would starve.
No, I don't think he would do it. I don't think so either.
I'm telling you, cats though.
Yeah.
24 hours.
I'm pretty sure you'd be a ghost haunting your own house.
Yeah, telling him, "Don't you touch me."
Yeah.
Dog, don't you touch me.
So there you go. Listen, shout out to everyone out there. I see there's a bunch of people. Shout out to everyone. It was cool. I actually miss doing this. We tried to do it a couple of times. There was a couple of times when everybody was down for different reasons.
And then-
I had root canal done. So,
that's right.
How you feeling? Yeah.
I can chew on that tooth now and everything, but for a couple days it was like, oh, don't chew over there, don't chew over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a couple grand of fun.
Twice the pain.
But yeah, no, it's and I had a filling done on above that, and then I had to have the root canal done on the bottom one.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms.
Yeah, shout out to Cruiseman. I think Cruiseman says he's having some issues with the with everything loading or whatever. Shout out to everyone out there. Everyone, what's up?
Make sure it's working.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Go ahead, Walt. You were talking about the.
No,
are you discussing why you had to have the root canal, or?
I went to get the regular dental, inspection cleaning done, and they did the X-rays, and they go, "Oh, look at that! You got a abscess," and I'm like, "I do." I wasn't having any symptoms or anything like that. So it's like, okay, make the appointment, go see him, and he's
so
like, "Are we?" I said, "Today, are we just looking at it today and consulting, or you want to fix it?" I said, "Fuck it, I'm here. Let's do it." So, well, I mean, really, you're there, you're sitting in the chair.
You're gonna pay twice, so you might as well get it done the first time.
Yeah, and I got to come back again, so just juice me up. Put the stuff in.
Walter, you are tougher than me. I do not like the dentist.
Yeah, the dentist is my least favorite of the medical arts.
do not take pride in admitting this, but I have not been to the dentist in at least 10 years.
Oh my God! Come
go.
on,
Not
no,
good.
yeah,
Need to go.
no, that's bad, Patrick.
You need to go for
I haven't
cleaning
been
and
since
inspection.
before college, beginning of college.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to
No,
go.
you
Yeah,
need to-
because you know
yeah.
what? If you let it go too long and it gets really bad,
You
it's really bad.
will die.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
you can like a root canal can go septic or whatever, and yeah, you can get you can be
Blood poisoning, it can go to your brain, and teeth are important, and I have been neglecting mine.
You know,
Well, I
you
mean-
gotta get down there, man, and get checked out at least. It is a big deal. You should go at least once a
I
year.
am going to go to I am going to the eye doctor tomorrow, and I'm actually going to broach the topic of LASIK with him.
Oh.
See his opinion of getting my eyes fixed. It would be really nice to never have to wear glasses or contact. I could look through an optic and actually see a dot instead of a starburst. That'd be amazing.
It won't be forever. It won't be forever.
No, but it's better than what I got now. I hate downward.
Yeah.
How many years does
Peggy had-
LASIK last for?
Peggy had that done.
Okay.
Let me see something here.
Yeah.
So a lot of LASIK places nowadays are doing LASIK eye surgery, and then they say, quote unquote, you get touch-ups for life. So if you need to 10, 15 years from now, you can go in and they'll correct it one more time for free.
Yeah. Walter's in the back. Yeah, one thing I would say, man, you got to get out to the dentist. Lola does not. Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't even put a hat on. I was gonna put one on, and I guess I didn't. But yeah, I still look awesome.
Is Lola bad about dentists, or is it?
Oh, Lola is very good. Her teeth are, very important to her, man. Yes, she's got every time I go with her, I hear the thing like my teeth are so terrible from them, and then they're like, "Oh, Lola's teeth are so awesome." So, but she's very good with that.
Oh, I need to go. I need to go and just get my teeth completely overhauled.
Yeah,
Don't be scared. Come on.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Do you know
Do you need a buddy? Do you need a buddy or something? You need a buddy to go down there with you?
No, the sad thing is I'm less scared about the procedures and going and getting looked at than I am the bill that comes afterwards, because I guarantee I need like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of work.
My dentist, he's not cheap. And obviously root canal was $2,000, so that wasn't cheap either.
Yeah.
But you
Is
can't.
that with insurance?
Yeah.
I don't have any insurance.
Yeah.
Oh, you just pay out of pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I paid with the Southwest card. I bought Sky Miles.
Oh no, that sounds even. I have heard that if you tell them up front I'm paying out of pocket, they knock like 85% off. Like,
yeah.
Depends.
The dentist appointment, getting fillings done, and exam, and the X-rays and everything wasn't cheap either. So
yeah. And the funny thing is, Patrick, so I'm assuming you do have health insurance though, because
most likely we have the same one as you. We have it through Shands.
Right.
We have the
so
and I told Mark,
what's your excuse?
Yeah, man.
You ain't got no excuse.
Well, I don't know.
You're about to be a papa.
That's my fear.
You're about to be a
That's my
papa.
fear.
Just go get checked out.
Yeah, I need to.
Just go get checked out.
It won't be that bad, really. When I worked for General Dynamics, we had all that insurance stuff. We went every 6 months. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Get clean, get looked at.
Yeah. So I don't know, obviously we're getting into the weeds with the plans, but I know you could get like a health care plan where you could set aside money, because typically with the dentist stuff there'll be co-pays or whatever. So you could set money aside that comes out of there and then use that to pay for it, which is typically what we do. And then we'll go through, we have two boys. I mean, that was a lot of money fixing teeth and getting braces and over again, and them destroying things, their retainers and all. This is a friggin' nightmare, but it's worth it. It's worth it to do.
Well, I mean, look at here we go. When I was a kid, one of these front teeth came in sideways. So if I would have been left to my own devices, I would look like some. You
would look like that thing you put on all the time.
Yeah, I'd be looking like this mother. It'd be like Cousin Jed.
There you go.
What's up, man? What's up with you, bitch?
Boy. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'd be talking like some. I can't talk. Well, I can't even close my mouth. Look at that shit.
By the way,
Anyway.
I see Rob McNeely out there from TUSC. Shout out to Rob. Man,
Once I can pay for my dental work in TUSC, I'll be golden.
Oh, right, sure.
You still won't go.
I'm pretty sure at this point right now that TUSC is not. How much have you? Do you guys actually tracking your TUSC? Yeah, don't look.
No, I
don't
haven't
look.
looked.
Yeah, don't look. Don't look.
I did look at my 401k the other day and like that, but nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Literally, what am I going to do?
And
Pull
it
the
ain't-
money out?
Yeah.
Well, and it ain't, and it could be a lot worse.
16% is what it was. 16% down year over year.
You got to take all your 401k and put it into Tesla.
Guns. Tesla. I was going to buy a machine gun. Machine guns never go down.
You know what? I would. What gun stock trades? A Smith and Wesson. We'll have to look at it.
Ruger, Smith, I think both. Well, Freedom Group.
No, Freedom Group does it. Yeah, Ruger stock price maybe.
I don't know who's public.
Yeah, Ruger looks like they're public.
I would put money in Ruger. I trust the kids.
Ruger's
I don't trust
public.
the youngin. I don't trust Bill Ruger, but I trust the Chillins.
Yeah, it's up half a percent. Let's see what it is in the last 5 years. Kind of flat.
Up or down? It's steady.
Flattish. In the last, let me see the max. Let's see what the max is. Oh, okay. That's going way. So Ruger was around since like the late 80s.
Oh, they've been public for a long time?
Yeah, they've been for a long time. But for the last, I don't know that. What other gun stocks are there that we could check into?
Smith and Wesson, I think, is
Wesson?
public, and they're having trouble because of lawsuits. I thought.
Yeah, I would think all of them will be doing bad right now.
I don't know.
They were down more than 1.5 points today. Ooh, they're low. They're like $11. Oh, let's see what they've been in the last 5 years. They've seen better times. Yeah, they've definitely seen better times, man. Yeah, I don't know if that's not necessarily the best thing to do. You know, I'm not you know.
Nothing until things change. The market's going to stay the same. That's the only way I can put it.
Yeah. So Rob McNeely from TUSC said gold, guns, crypto, real estate, art. So there you go.
Art's a rich man's game. Art is a way of hiding.
It's money laundering.
It's money laundering. No, it absolutely.
Why do you say that?
is.
Why do you say it's money laundering?
That's
modern art is money laundering.
Have you ever looked? I'm absolutely serious. Have you ever looked into it, Hank?
So far as being money laundering, I've never looked into money laundering.
Why wealthy people put their money into art that has no value, has no real value? It's not like they're not out there buying Picassos and things like that. They're buying things that. $8 million for this painting by a little no-name somebody. It's because it's used as a way to hide your wealth. It's not taxable. It's not like you have taxable income. You can buy as much art as you want. You don't have to pay taxes on it. And then when it's time to get your wealth back, you go, oh, all of us agree that this piece of shit thing on my wall is worth $8.5 million.
So let's realize, like, everything that you make, based on the way that the world is today, or America, let's say America, you pay taxes on everything you make. So after you pay taxes on it, I don't think there's anything bad with trying to mitigate your further taxes.
No. I agree. I think wealthy people know what they're doing, and
it goes way beyond. It goes way beyond paying taxes. Art does this art thing. It goes way beyond that. Way beyond that.
It's also look
for
us as gun guys, you know, the way gun guys typically think. I think it's a good thing to have things that the government can't track so easily. You know?
No, I agree. I think that the less I can pay to the government, the best. It's theft anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, they like to think it's theirs, but it doesn't belong to them. But
so let me give you a little suggestion. Buy your guns privately. Buy as much as you can. Buy your guns privately.
You know what's funny, and this might bring us on to another topic here, since we skipped last week. I got a call from my dad a couple days ago, saying, "Hey, have you seen the news about the credit card stuff? Where they're adding a new thing for tracking gun purchases to credit cards."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "How do you buy your guns?" And I was like, I was honest with him. I was like, "I don't know the last time I went to a store and bought a new gun. It's been a long time. It's been years."
Wow. Yeah.
I just go and I buy from other people. I go find stuff that somebody doesn't want anymore, and I buy it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me get this in. K&M Arms, he's also out there. By the way, I think Rob's coming on sometime this week. Rob McNeely.
Cool.
Ken from K&M Arms says machine guns never go down until they come and take them. Mine have all doubled in price in 8 years. So now
I would
remember.
love to know, not from a Fed standpoint, but what transferables do you have, and do you still enjoy shooting them, or do they just collect dust?
Oh no, he shoots his gun.
Never shoot them.
No, Ken shoots his guns. Yeah, I've shot.
I know, but a lot of people don't.
Yes,
a lot of people
because they're scared they'll break them.
Yes.
So,
but Ken's not scared because he makes guns. He's like you, Walt. You're not. Yeah.
If I had a machine gun, I'd shoot the shit out of it because I can fix it. I would be able to fix it.
See, I don't have any transferables. I have post samples, so if I break it, fuck it, who cares?
It's a little different for you. Yeah, it's a little different.
But Ken does shoot his stuff. I know that. Like, I've been out to Arizona.
I hate to see people who go and buy M16s and then they're like, "Yeah, I haven't shot that in 5 years." It's like, you own an M16. Go have fun. You can turn it into whatever you want.
It's worth too much money. I'm scared I'm going to break it. It's like, well, whatever. That's fine. If you want, that's like buying artwork, sticking it up on the wall and looking at it. Whatever floats your boat, man. It's like buying that $5 million car and you never drove it because you're scared you're going to break it.
Oh, I will drive the hell out of it.
He doesn't want it to get dirty. He doesn't want to take it out in the water and get it dirty.
I'll drive that car down to like $1.50.
Well, see, but there's a difference. See, there's people who can afford to drive it to $1.50, and there's people who cannot afford to drive it down because they can't afford to replace it or repair it.
Right.
My opinion, or they're just scared of themselves. Yes.
Right. Yeah. I don't care. I resolve to not think about all that. Just ball out.
I'm not a good investment personally. I'm not a good investment purchaser. Because you have to, when you purchase quote unquote investments, you can't be emotionally invested in them. It's just an object that you're going to hold on to and then sell sometime later. I'm not good about that. I get emotionally involved and attached with the things I buy, and I like keeping them and playing with them. So,
yeah, you can't be emotionally attached to stock. You can't be emotionally attached to crypto. You can't be emotionally attached to if you're buying it because you think you're going to need it to sell it in the future. What happens when it comes time to sell it? Oh, I can't sell my gun. I can't sell my gun.
That's part of the problem. That's why I don't sell a lot of guns. I could make a boatload of money with what I have, but I buy stuff that I want to keep. I don't buy stuff that I want to sell.
Listen,
I don't look at them as investments.
Yeah, I remember there was this guy, like, before I started doing this stuff, I was dabbling in the stock market, and there was a guy that I was following and learning stuff from, and he said, you know what, I don't love a stock, a company, none of that stuff. I love my family. That's what matters. So, and there is no profit. So you could buy a gun or gold or a car or artwork or whatever you think. There's no profit until you sell it.
Unless you sell it.
Right. And that the artwork's not worth nothing unless somebody wants to give you money for that piece of artwork.
Right.
That's where the scam part comes in with art. But my grandparents are the same thing. They have, my grandfather has stuff that is, where's my quote unquote Rolex, my Tudor. This is, on paper, they say it's an $8,000 watch. To me, it's worth nothing because I'm not going to sell it. There's no value in this beyond the emotional connection I have to it. It's never going to get sold, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Well,
but there are things that you do that with that.
You're not in that position where you have to. You'll sell it if you have to.
If I had, it would be
yes, you will.
This year would be very low. This would be like I would have to be losing our house before I would sell this.
Thank you.
My other tutors, my guns, I would sell a lot of shit before I would sell this.
No material thing means that much to me. Now, so here's the thing. Remember, like, I'm not from America. I don't have, like, grandparents.
I was just about to say,
great-grandparents with all,
I have strong family ties, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah. So, but for me, I'll walk away from anything to take care of my family and do what needs to be done. I'll sell, I wouldn't want to sell every single gun I have because I'm a gun guy, but I'll sell all of them down to one if I have to.
When Marley went to nursing school and I lost my job 4 or 5 years ago, I liquidated the safe. There were things in there that I was like, I'm not married to these. I bought them low and I'm going to sell them high. Mm-hmm. And I liquidated, I don't know, $2-3 grand worth of guns to make sure the mortgage was paid for a couple months while I worked on getting back on my feet. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. That was making sure our life was sustained is far more important than any firearm.
Absolutely, and you guys move forward from that too. I mean, that was a good investment.
Yeah, we've done.
Yeah, you guys move forward. So Rob McNeely says, we sold our primary residence 2 years ago at the near height of the market. We just sold for the cash. People thought we were nuts. It was a great time to sell. People get emotional and don't sell when the market is right, which is why they lose, which is true.
But what's the point? The problem there is, where are you living for the last 2 years? Unless you have a backup residence, you gotta live somewhere.
I can answer this for him, but I'm sure he will in here. He's lived in some beautiful places. Like the last time I went to see him, he was renting a really awesome, beautiful, gorgeous house. So he's just been renting nice houses. Yeah, why not?
You're losing equity on that. I would have to run those numbers because I don't know about that one.
There's a lot. So like my friend Mark, for example, that you guys know, man, he's the epitome of this. If he buys something, it goes up in value, he sells it. He bought Bitcoin. He has
no emotional connection.
No, he sold Bitcoin when it was 70 something, whatever it was, and never looked back.
It's a good thing because now
it's not worth it now.
Yeah. So Rob says he rented for 2 years and he just bought another place. So that's the thing. Like sometimes that's what helps kick you up. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. It's just a matter of the numbers have to work correctly.
Yeah. One of the best things.
Lose value by renting for 2 years, and it's not.
Yeah. One of the best things I ever did when Lola and I were living in West Palm Beach in a McMansion. And we bought it, and its value went way up and everything. And all these people, they were like, "Oh, these houses are going to be worth $1 million." But I took equity out of there and bought this land that I have, and then sold that place. And when I sold it, the neighbors, they're like, "Oh, why are you selling? These houses are going to be worth $1 million."
Is that before the crash?
That was literally weeks before the crash.
Yeah.
When I was closing that deal, the real estate agent was like, "You're some kind of mad genius," because I was telling him to sell our house under anything else in that neighborhood.
It needed to be gone.
Yeah, he told Lola that was nuts, that she shouldn't even listen to me. And I was like, "Nah, this place has to get sold." So at the end, when we were closing, he said, "You're the last people who are going to sell anything for a while."
Did you see the writing on the wall? Was it luck? What was it?
I saw the writing on the wall that there were all these people around me that, so for example, we were living in a McMansion. It had 7 bedrooms. It had I don't know how many bathrooms and all. It was nuts. And
how much did you spend on that? What was the valuation?
I think we bought it at like $350 or something like that.
That's
from the guy
Holy
that built
crap.
it. No, the guy who built it probably built it for $2 something. But this market just went up so fast, and I was looking at it and looking at all the other people coming from New York and buying.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Yeah, so what I was saying about that. What's that? Cinnamon bun? Oh, there you go.
Cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
I had ice cream before we got on. That was bad today.
So, what I was saying about that, the thing that was crazy, like we were living in this big McMansion that we couldn't even put furniture in, and we could afford it, but I saw all these people around me doing the same thing that weren't necessarily even in our position, and then everyone was getting a new car or several new cars and and I was like, how does this
people thinking back then?
People were nuts, especially in West Palm Beach. It was chaos.
That's going on right now, by the way. Hello.
Yeah.
Nothing is. It goes in cycles. This whole buying a house, buying everything that at low interest rates. Oh yeah, I can get that. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking. Oh God. I don't understand the lifestyle of forever being in debt. I don't get. I wasn't raised that way. That was another thing. My parents have always, my dad has always been the pay cash for everything type. But I don't understand these folks that every 3 years have a brand new car. Like, they're leasing or buying a brand new car every couple of years.
Trust me, I've been that dude.
I don't get it. I don't want to be in debt forever.
It's when you don't know. Your dad has it right, but the folks who learn the hard way, like Walter, your dad, and then me, I learned all this the hard way, right? Because even though we sold that place, the real estate agent convinced. Like, I was trying to tell Lola, rent a place because we're gonna move. But they convinced her to buy another place, and we could never sell that place. So, our fantastic credit and everything fell apart, and then I learned the hard way by having to pay for everything with cash and build back my credit and do all those kinds of things. When you go through that, you learn, right? And you learn how to be careful, and you learn how to see things and realize, like, hey, this is a material thing. You can walk away from it if you have to, So that's it has to happen to you. I think in my case, with Lola and myself, our parents never had access to the kind of money that we had access to, being from both of our parents are from different countries and stuff like that. So we kind of went crazy.
My folks were just working stiffs. My mom and dad said that when they got married, Dad had $50 in his bank account. This is in 1980, whatever, so it might have been worth a little bit more money. But he said he had like between $30 and $50 in his bank account. He didn't have a pot to piss in. So no, I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, so you learn. That's the thing. That's what I feel like with Lola and I. We learn, like, from having to go through for 10 years and not having credit and having to pay for everything, and we learned so much, man. I think the best thing that came out of it is that I did buy this property. I put a mobile home here instead of building a house, which I could have built a house and taken out another loan and all that kind of stuff. And we built back, and we learned from that, so.
Loans scare me. I don't like owing somebody something. And just in general, I think. I don't like being in debt to anybody.
Oh, debt should definitely scare people.
But it doesn't. There are some people that they're just racking up Marley and I got our, I don't know if we said anything about this. We got our cards paid off a month ago. So Marley got her credit card after nursing school. We had about 14 grand in debt. I had 7 on my card. She had 7 on her card. And that was because I lost my job and she was in nursing school, and life happens. And so we got both of our cards paid off, and I just got mine paid off last month, maybe the month before. No, I think it was last month. And I never want to see debt like that ever again. Like, that was one of those learning moments for me. I was like, I am never letting my card. Right now, I'm still doing that, like paying the credit card off once a week, just because I like seeing the zero. But never am letting it get to like it was. Like, that was that learning. That was that lesson for us.
Now, don't get me wrong. I still have credit and stuff like that. Like, I'm in my own business doing this, and the different things that I do. I think that I wouldn't. I think it would be great to be like that. I think when you're in your own business, you need credit, and you need to be able to run that. You still have to somehow manage it. Like lately, because I had to build a garage to hide my car from the squirrels. That I kind of got hit with a whole bunch of things, and from things from the past, it made me go, yeah, you know what? I'm just not going to travel anywhere. I'm not going to incur any expenses.
You
I
make
don't
up
need
for
to.
it in other places. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Rob McNeely says that the wheels are going to come off the economy after Christmas. He says, wait until next year. People are going to be selling everything not nailed down.
I don't understand how folks are just going through life right now as if nothing is happening. Everything's good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And
I don't think everyone is like that, but I don't think everyone's like that. There are a lot of people. I think it depends on who it is, or what they're looking at.
People are going to lose their shit when stuff starts breaking down.
Go ahead.
We're
Walt.
lucky.
I don't watch the news anymore because it's just a bunch of political propaganda garbage. But when I was getting my dad's aerial antenna fixed on, my dad went through 3 televisions before he got one that would pick up some stations. I don't know if it was a TV or the antenna. Or whatever.
So this is from the whole TV saga has still been going on?
Yeah, I finally got it. I went up to his last Thursday. Last
man.
Last Thursday. Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Wednesday. You were still coughing up a lung and being sick, and Patrick wasn't feeling good or something. I don't know what was going on. But I went to my dad's to attach his latest TV to the antenna.
Right.
And he ended up with 16 channels, which he was as happy as a pig in slop, because he had NBC, ABC, a couple public TV stations. Yeah, he had television. He called me that night to tell me he was watching baseball. He was happy as hell. So, but as I'm flipping through the channels, I'm seeing some of this propaganda Democrat news on, and they're saying, "Oh, the jobless rate is down by like 5% or some bullshit like this." And I'm going,
the funniest thing about watching those
that's just 5% of the people that weren't working, going back to work from the whole COVID thing.
The funniest thing that you see about those numbers, because I was watching the Jean-Pierre give us the stats on how inflation's looking, and they were like, "Oh, month over month, inflation hasn't increased." I was like, "How about you expand that back about 6 to 8 months and tell me how inflation?" Oh, 17%. Okay, yeah. But over last month, we haven't gained any more.
The very best part of all of it, just show gas prices before Biden. That's it.
Yeah.
All you have to
you can't look at this. You can't. So this is the thing that you have to be able to gauge for yourself, right? You have to be your own compass. If anything is coming from the administration or regular media out there, it's all going to be positive and try to keep everything going.
Bullshit.
If it's Fox News, it's going to probably be negative, or Republicans or whatever. And in the middle of that has to be you. You as a person have to know. You have to be able to look and tell what's going on. So if you're going to the supermarket and you're seeing prices go up, if gas prices came down but they're still high, there's all these things like, what kind of raise are you getting? How much more money are you making? Because everything is costing you more. Look at what's happening with cars, with building materials, all kinds of stuff, right? All of those expenses that we're carrying and that we're going to carry for years. There's no way around it. We're going to run into a wall at some point. Right. It's unavoidable.
When things really start to get better, diesel will come down to what it used to be. Until diesel comes down, everything rides on that diesel. Everything moves on that diesel. Everything. Nothing. Back in the old days, things rode on trains, and they still ride on trains a little bit. But everything you get comes in a truck.
Oh, for sure.
If that price is still $5.50 a gallon for diesel, everything's going to be expensive. It doesn't matter if gas comes back down. Gas comes down, it helps. It looks good and it buys votes. But until that diesel comes down to 3-something, or it's going to be a shit show.
Yeah. So, Rob McNeely says that he thinks gas will be going up next month. OPEC is cutting supply.
It's supposed to.
Yeah. But yeah, also we're going into the winter, and then remember Europe is having big problems because of this war in the Ukraine.
They're arresting people for turning their AC turning their heat too high.
Yeah. Let me remind you of something. There's an election coming up. As soon as the election's over with, they're going to say, "F you."
I like what
Gestapo in Germany is going to be kicking or Sweden as well, going to be kicking your door in if you keep your heat too high.
Yeah. I like what Jen Champ Jr. says here. He says, wheels are off already. Most just can't see them roll by yet.
I don't understand it.
That depends. Yeah, for sure. That's where you are,
I don't see myself as a pessimistic person. Like, I don't think I live in doom and gloom society, personally. I don't think so. But things are not going well right now. It's so blatantly obvious.
And that's what the news is trying to, try to make you think, oh, it's not that bad. No,
oh my God, we had Marley and I went to get pizza last night at Paisano's, and they had NBC on. I think it was NBC, 60 Minutes. And 60 Minutes had a special where they sat down with Biden, and that's where I guess he announced that.
Yeah, that's where he said, it's over. But because he's trying to give everyone good news, he wants to announce.
I was sitting there watching some of it. I'm like, what a fucking fluff piece. These people won't ask a serious question if their life depended on it. Fucking fluff.
Ask him about his son.
Oh
yeah, did they ask about Hunter Biden?
Nothing. I didn't watch much of it. I tried to avoid it because we were having dinner. But I looked over and I was like, what a bunch of bullshit. Fucking fluff.
Yeah. A lot of it
That's why I stopped watching. Stopped watching. I'm a much happier person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But reality is reality, right? Things go up and down. You just need to be prepared.
Everything is cyclic. Everything is cyclic in the world. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Patrick, in 2008, what were you doing in 2008?
Just graduated high school and was working a job.
Oh, before the economy crashed, people were buying shit as fast as they could buy that shit.
That's the funny thing is I remember people buying shit like crazy. Our family just has never been like that. So my parents, we didn't have any like crazy debt. And in 2008, honestly, because of where I was in society, didn't affect me too much. I was just a minimum wage employee living at home, going to college. So 2008 crash
didn't matter to you.
Didn't matter at all to me. So I never got to experience much of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, you can rent 100%. You can rent. What's these advertisements on the radio? Like you can borrow 150% of the loan value of your home.
Yeah,
or this or that.
They're taking out like triple mortgages on their houses.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm making $20,000 and I want a $300,000 house. Yeah.
And they said yes to that. They were like, yeah, let's do it. We'll sign that loan. We'll co-sign that loan.
This is something that you sent in our group chat, Patrick. Yeah, read it for a second because I'm gonna cough a little bit.
So there was a thing today that came out saying inflation is affecting military personnel heavily because they don't, E1s or E whatever, low tier dudes don't make a ton of money. And so the White House basically came out and told them, well, just go on food stamps. You pleb, just go ahead and sign up for food stamps. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. We'll get you food.
Yeah. I think we would be surprised to know how many military families are actually on food stamps. But
they always have. It's nothing new. It's not a new thing, but still, it would not. Once again, just the fuel prices from a couple of years just before the election. Hello, and so if you're on the minimum wage or you're getting not much money, and you got to pay more every week for fuel, it kills everything else in your. Yeah,
It's. Can you guys hear me? Am I muted?
I can hear him. I can hear you. I can't hear Patrick.
Oh no, I think Patrick muted himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's talking on the phone. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was. It looked like he was talking to a piece of toast.
Right. Yeah. Hold on. Let me take him off. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Sorry. I was like trying to. I just went through like a bad coughing thing. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what? It sucks. It sucks to see that. It's but this is one of the weird things about the society that we live in, right? And how everything. It shouldn't be like this with soldiers, but unfortunately, it's like that.
Well,
so. Sorry, I'm interrupting. Yeah. I start getting a little nervous. Marley normally is off at like 7:30, 7:40. If she hasn't like texted me back by 8, I start getting a little concerned. So I was just checking in on her, being a good husband, or maybe a stalkery husband. I don't know.
Yeah, making sure she didn't run away from you.
You want to hear?
I always know Lola's tempted. I'm always like, yeah. Are you tempted to?
All of you know I'm fucking crazy. Clear cellophane pants nuts. But no, I have these weird thoughts that run through my head sometimes where I'm like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. But this is how my brain works. I'll go take the dog for a walk at 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I haven't heard from Marley today. I'm going to be on one of those shows. Oh my God, the cops are coming by. You were on the camera. You sure you didn't sneak out and kill her in that amount of time? These crazy thoughts run through my head.
And where do you get that
like,
from?
Fuck. Watching too much TV, I guess.
Yeah, it's your brain,
Too
you
much
know.
TV.
Yeah.
There's a phrase called garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching true crime stuff is what I guess.
Yeah.
Turn
Stop
off
watching
all
that. Watch more pornos. No, that's not good for you either.
Watch
That's
not
garbage.
good.
You make more pornos of your own. Don't watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens though. This is how the brain works, man. The number one most destructive thing to human beings, right here.
Immediately, even as a kid, I think I'm just like neurotic. Even as a kid, I immediately jumped to like worst possible conclusion. What's the worst thing? That's probably what happened. Oh, mom's not home on time. She's dead. Somebody killed her. She's dead.
I think that's a lot of people.
I don't know why. That's how my brain has always worked.
Yeah. I don't think that's abnormal. That's not abnormal. A lot of people...
You just immediately assume the worst.
I think a lot of human beings work like that, but, you know, I'm sure Walter would say that you're not busy enough.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, you know, you always jump to the worst sometimes thing, but you have to kind of like, okay, everything is not like you see on television. And everybody doesn't die a horrible, painful death. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And more than likely, your wife is just running away from you.
She, well, I won't get into it.
Yeah.
She said she had a rough day with some patients. That's all I know.
Yeah.
She's leaving me. Can you guys believe that she's leaving me? And I hate it. I hate the idea of it. Marley's taking a vacation without me. She's leaving on Wednesday, flying out to see her sister. So I'm by myself Wednesday to Wednesday, and I feel like I'm going to go crazy. Because I like having her around. I hate being by myself.
And you can't get the time off, I'm guessing.
We already have time off planned in November, and then paternity leave, taking time off there. So I'm kind of booked up on my time off right now.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Listen, you know, I know how it is.
You know,
man.
I don't know about you guys. First 2 days for me is like, okay, this is pretty awesome. I get the whole bed to myself. I can stretch out. I get to eat like shit. I get to be like a bachelor again. I sit around in my underwear and watch whatever. Day three is when I'm like, this sucks. I'm so bored.
The video games.
I feel terrible.
He's surviving on Cheetos in video games.
I've eaten terribly, so my guts are yelling at me that I feel terrible, and I just want her to come home and feed me something healthy and drink more water. And I hate it.
And you know what's funny? I'm not saying this about Marley, but I know Lola. Lola appreciates time off.
Her time by herself.
Yes. So I don't know about Marley, but I know Lola appreciates the hell out of her alone time.
Since we started dating, this is the longest separation we've had. What's it, 6 or 7 years now? Because we travel everywhere together. Or like if she goes to South Florida, she goes, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. So this is our biggest one.
I would say that I'm going to hang out with you, but I'm going to avoid people for a little while.
I ain't coming anywhere near you.
Yeah.
What the? If I have a couple guns that show up for me, you're gonna have to delouse them and leave them in the backyard.
Dan hates you. Dan hates you says we didn't see the Who Moved My Freedom show, and I was convinced Hank had called it quits.
See, that's Hank is dead. Hank is dead. He's not on TV. He's dead. It's been a whole week. I can't believe I haven't seen him in the whole week. He's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a creature of habits. I guess I like having my habits.
Right. No, I understand. I think we're all like that. You know, it's absolutely normal. Absolutely normal.
You hear those folks, and I don't know if this is either of you, but you hear those folks that are like, man, I hate to go home. The old lady's on my ass about this and this again. I'm like, I don't understand that. I love being with Marley. It's fun. It's great. We never argue. It's a good time.
Yeah. Why does DCG44 says Lysol them, Patrick? Lysol them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get into this once we take this break and come back. But let's let this break happen because I can actually see it.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Okay, so Walter, did you have the opposite opinion here of Patrick or something? Is that what was going?
No. There's nothing.
Now you and your beautiful significant other work together. That definitely cannot be easy.
Yeah, you spend more time
day
together
long,
than Marley and I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody can't do that.
Exactly.
Because
exactly.
a lot of times what happens is people retire and then they have to be together with each other, and that's when they say, "I don't want to go home and see that old."
I've seen that happen with folks before, and I just am like, why did you marry somebody you hate? What is wrong with you?
Well, they never spend that much time with each other ever.
I guess.
I think people are all different. Like, I think the fact that Walter and Peggy work together, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of people that cannot work like that, but it's cool that, they do. And the whole family's kind of involved in it.
I don't know if Marley and I could work together. I don't know. I think I might be a little too overbearing when it comes to how I like things for us to work together.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you have your things you do, and she has her things she does.
You got to draw the lines.
And the two don't mix.
Yeah, Lola and I go through all that. When Lola hates working with me because I'm totally annoying. She enjoys her freedom and whatever when she doesn't have to deal with me. I'm pretty sure she's happy to have her job and her career and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't see Lola as the type that likes to stay around the house all the time either. I feel like she likes to go away.
Yes, she does. She likes traveling or just moving around, but then she also likes doing things. Where I like doing nothing if I don't have to.
That's me too. I like being around the house. I'm totally good with just saying, I've been in this.
Lola's not capable of that.
Yeah, no, I'll stay with Marley.
Yeah. So, but opposites, I think make to me a good relationship. Now, so like I'm with you, right? I always want Lola to be around and all that kind of stuff. However, I spend a lot of time by myself, just because I'm working from home, doing things and all that. I have the opposite. So here's the thing that happens with me. I get shell-shocked when I'm by myself a lot. So in other words, I don't have a problem being by myself. I'm by myself. I do what I need to do. I get in the zone. I get locked in. I get things done. Like today, I edited a video with Walter that's going to be coming up on Stranger Palooza. Here's the thing. Then all of a sudden, Lola will show up and then expect me to immediately decompress. Which, if I'm in alone mode, I don't go from alone mode to decompressed mode that there's people around very easily. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but that's one of the things. I don't switch out of mode, so I take a time to sink into my alone mode, and then I have to take time to come out of that. So I don't know. I might be crazy.
No, I have times a day. Like mornings, I don't want to be fucked with at all. when I'm up in the morning,
no.
Walter,
would you ever believe that?
Once I get with you guys, I'm already lively enough.
Yeah, because we don't see you. It's very rare for us to see you early in the morning.
Hey, it's been changing lately. I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. But no, me, first thing in the morning, I want to go take a shower, I want to be left alone, and I want to drink my coffee in front of something, news or media or a video. I just want to be left alone to drink my coffee in peace. Once I'm good with that, I'm pretty good with people. But no, I like being left alone.
Wait till you get your children. Wait till you get your children.
Yeah, I don't know that.
They don't go in. Daddy.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm
gonna feel so bad for him.
I'm not ready.
Yeah,
I'm not ready.
I'm gonna feel so sorry. You don't know the world.
Patrick, go change your son. He needs to be changed. I'm not ready for work.
Yeah. Patrick's gonna be knee deep in some Cheetos in a video game. By the way, here's this baby. Boom.
You know what I've already said? I'm gonna
that
get one
baby
of those
just puked up the wall.
I'm gonna have either one of those backpacks or front packs, and I'm just gonna sit here like normal.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna be regular old.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
No.
Have you ever had to actually deal with babies that cry incessantly and then they don't go home?
No, and I'm not ready.
Because they're your baby?
I'm not ready.
Oh,
I
okay.
am not ready. I'm not.
Like,
In the
I've
middle
looked...
of the night.
Yeah,
In
I've
the
looked
middle
at
of
my
the night.
children like, how can you possibly cry this continuously?
I'm not ready.
How is
I'm
it?
just not.
How is it even possible, man? I remember one time my older son lost his binky. That binky was a freaking nightmare. I went and bought extra binkies.
Just to have them.
Yeah, it didn't mean shit to him. He knew which binky was his binky.
Why are they like that?
It was just nuts.
Oh, God.
It was nuts, and we could not figure out where he lost this damn thing. Okay? And he would not take a new one. Nothing. No. Yeah.
Well, you know what happened to my house at that exact day of 1 year? The plug went away. Boop.
Yeah. Well,
And the plug went away.
I don't know what's
Like,
worse.
okay.
The younger one, we have what is it, like ultrasounds? We have ultrasounds of him sucking his thumb in the womb.
Well, they all do that.
So yeah, he had that built in, and today actually is his birthday. So happy birthday to him. And
And
he's
I'm sure
22
he doesn't
years
want
old.
COVID.
He's in school. He's going to your alma mater right now.
Yeah, no, I love it. I loved my school.
Yeah, but let me just put it to you this way: his binky was built in, and it's never gone away. Okay, it's never. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like a 40, 50-year-old and still. I'm just telling you. Oh yeah, he has never gotten over that thing, man, because it's built in. We tried everything. We put bitters. We put bitters on his thumbs.
Bitters like a cat, like a dog or a cat.
Yeah, we could not wean him off of that. So, I think maybe only like he doesn't do it all the time, but there's people like that. I guess they always have that. And it's funny because today was his birthday, and I was in my phone, and I was trying to use the AI in my phone to find pictures of him. And I was going to put in a group chat with him and stuff like that. And it found one picture of him, and all the other pictures were of me. And I was like, oh, shit.
You guys look too similar.
Yeah, we look very, very similar. So, should we get to some guns? Should we show off some gun stuff?
I'm talking about guns in the chat. I don't know what you guys talk about.
Oh, yeah, so
guns.
you okay, what you got then, Walt? Show us what you got.
I whipped out the black powder pistol here, and somebody said, "Oh, cool!" And I said, "Is that like a Walker, a Colt Walker?" I said, "No, it's a 36 caliber." But I do have a Colt Walker I've never fired. That's the big one, the Colt Dragoon or whatever. The 44 caliber one.
I thought we were supposed to do a black powder thing, but we never did it.
We need to have it.
That's a winter. That's a winter thing. That's a winter thing. That's not a. I mean. Let me see. I have 44 caliber Projos. I have 44 I have a black powder. I have caps, percussion caps. I don't have any 36 caliber. So
that's the one thing though. We here in Gainesville, if I head over to the Bass Pro, they got plenty of black powder stuff there. They got all sorts of black powder stuff. So I can get powder replacements and/or black powder. Caps,
the black powder replacements.
Projectile. They got everything.
But it's really convenient.
Good luck
with
trying
those,
to find
the
reloading
little,
component.
The little
Oh, I was gonna say I thought reloading
little...
stuff was coming back. I know I saw Barnauls. Definitely Barnauls was saying they have reloading stuff, right?
Oh, they have it. They have it.
The price is
I'm just not paying the premium that they want.
Mm-hmm. we got a way to go before those prices come down. By the way, for anyone who wants to get, I don't know if I think I told you guys this. You guys saw this already. Boom! You could use the code STRANGE10 at Brownells and save 10% off your reloading supplies. There you go. STRANGE10 when you go get your Brownell stuff. I got to get that out there. I got to get the Brownells code out into the world, man. That's a big deal. Took a long time to get a code for Brownells.
not stomping on the Brownell stuff, but have you seen some of the Palmetto State deals they've been pushing lately?
Oh yeah, they don't mess
today.
around. They don't mess around.
You can get an AR lower and a dagger lower for like $99.
Oh,
the same thing. No, Walter.
Just for the dagger lower.
I posted that on my my Babyface P Facebook group because I saw that email come in and I was like, I don't normally chill that hard. Like I normally try not to post too much, but I was like, Jesus Christ, that is such a crazy good deal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out of my way and post about this one. That is.
I paid $99. I paid $99 for the dagger lower just by itself. I didn't get any lower.
Yeah,
so that's
$100 for a full lower and an AR lower.
Speaking of PSA, Palmetto State Armory, check this out, Jackal.
Hey,
Jackal, yo.
Look at that, Jackal. This is the 5.56. That's what's out. 5.56 with the brace, so it's a pistol. Yes.
Okay.
There you go. So it's here using the P-Mags. So there you go. This is cool. I've been waiting for this thing to come out for a long time, man. From the time that PSA started talking about this, I think it was a big deal. We've looked at other similar things because I guess this is kind of in the MCX, Walt, like SIG, MCX, BRN kind of territory-ish.
Yep.
Yeah, but
does
really
it
cool.
have
What's up?
The guts of it, the internals. Is it AR 180 bolts and dual recoil? Like is that what's in it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not like the beat. No,
Okay.
I don't think it's like that because they went kind of, from white paper to develop.
They went more hybrid-y?
It's got a single recoil spring, and if you want to be technical, it's probably closer to a Daewoo than it is.
The Daewoo? You would say?
So it's still in the family, but it's closer to a Daewoo.
Yeah, because they use a single spring instead of the dual springs, and then the bolt head looks like an AR bolt head.
Yeah.
But,
now, honestly, I have not taken this apart, although I have seen the internals of the Jackal before, and you see here, there's a whole bunch of things for you to go in there and get into it. The thing I would say about it, though, is from the time I saw it, they actually went back to the drawing board a little bit before they came out with this final version. So I'm not 100% sure what's different in this version.
I think originally, from what I remember seeing, it was more like a 180.
I think so, but they changed a lot of stuff.
They went.
Yeah. I have a thing where I went to the gathering and I was talking to them about it. So, they developed this from the ground up, and I think it's cool, man. At some point here, when we do something, we'll go into it. I don't know, like, what's the YouTube thing say about going in there and showing the internals of it? That's one of the things they don't like, right? I don't know.
Probably.
Whether that changed, not changed, or whatever it is. So... But yeah, I'm looking forward to messing around with this. The one I would really like to get this in 300 blackout, and I think
Well, the one you have there, what's it in? 5.56?
5.56, yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather have that in. Well, I don't know if they're going to do that. They're not going to.
7.6239.
Yeah, I don't know if they are or not.
I can't remember
I can't remember if they said they were going to do that or not. I can't remember.
I can't remember that. I know 300 blackout has always been on the table. And then I think we'll see some other calibers out there. I'm not sure. They did come see us a couple of weekends ago, so I'm not sure if we necessarily.
300's easy to do. You just a new barrel and tweak the gas system a little bit, and you got 300 blackout. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
but I've heard we're going to see some different calibers. Other than 300 blackout, so it'll be interesting to see. They probably do 9mm. That should be a safe one, right? Safe bet, you think, or no?
Oh wait a minute.
It takes a lot more work. It's direct blowback.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the conversations.
Yeah, it's tough. But there's no way. There's too many conversations. Dan Hates You says, "How does Forgotten Weapons get away with it?" I don't know. I think you can show the internals. I don't know. All that stuff is always changing. So I'm not sure.
What does he do?
Because
taking it apart.
Yeah, they take it apart.
Whenever Ian does a thing, he takes it apart and shows, but he's not showing you how to make it. He's not showing you how.
I don't know. He might be large enough where he has his own YouTube people,
representatives.
What he can and can't
Is
do,
he? They're over 1 million. They're like, are they a couple of million subscribers?
I think he's over 1 million.
Yeah, so they probably have a rep that tells them what's good to do or not, and then it's also, I guess, in context, right? So, if you're showing the internals of something historically, I guess it may be different.
Yeah, he's not showing you how to assemble an AK. He's not showing you how to assemble an AR. Mm-hmm. He's showing you how it works.
Yeah, there may be something like that going on.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
you know.
What has been YouTube's beef with you all this time, Patrick? What's been their thing?
Showing how things work.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Assembly and showing how things work.
Assembly is
done.
That's what
yeah.
When you start putting things in and wiggling things and doing all that stuff, and it's like,
yeah, I don't really know how to figure YouTube, to be honest with you guys. It's really crazy. And I know, like, for example, we've been putting up videos on Hank Strange, and they've just not been getting seen. It's a weird thing. Like, we put up that video with Sam Andrews, and it did really well. But then I've put up other videos. Like, I've put up some, I don't know whether or not you guys are aware of it, but I've put up other videos. So we've got the ARC, and the ARC P video is up.
1.5.
Yeah, Gremlin. DPMS Panther. I put up that video, and I shared the living bejeebus out of that thing, and I'm convinced they're just blocking.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, yeah, they got, it's like a funnel, and it gets real small where it drips out, like an hourglass. Drip.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they devalue your content algorithmically.
Yeah.
They just they
don't let people see.
They weight you lower on the algorithm.
The funny thing is, I'm 125,000 subscribers, but they don't let those people see a video when I put it up.
Nope. You're not the only one, so I don't feel too bad.
I know, yeah.
Someone was commenting on my SHF 50 how it's made video, and they said that one guy was saying that it finally got recommended to him, which is like,
your SHTF 50 video has been in my recommendations lately a lot for some reason.
So maybe something's happening with it there, because we put that video on your. Let me pull that up. We put that on your YouTube channel.
Like that video was made. That video was made in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
It was made a long time ago, but remember, it was on my channel, and then
it currently has 70,000 views on Walter's channel.
Yeah, but they kept because they kept hitting me of it being on my channel.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what's happening with that.
Patrick, how many views did you finally get from the PPSH 41?
PPSH is, I still am getting comments daily on that video. You'd be surprised how many people said naughty things to you, Walter, because you destroyed some piece of history. It's currently sitting at 97. So it peaked at 70,000, but we're now sitting at 97,000. So it's still slowly growing.
I wish I would have made a video. I wish I would have made a video what those pieces look like before I put them together.
I know. Nobody understands that. They just like, oh my god, he destroyed a piece of history. It's like,
yeah, I took a transferable and I chopped it up.
No, I'm sure it was an absolute turd before you took it.
Are we talking? We're talking about this short right here, right? Yeah, that's
97,000.
That's
doing
badass
really well.
right there. Yeah. Let's see if we can get it to play.
It's taking the most frustrating thing is I don't
pieces.
trying to replicate that success. You can't do it. You can't plan it. Yeah, just something about it all worked out perfectly, and I don't know why. I have no idea why.
No, but that's good though. Hopefully, it's helping everything else.
It's bringing in subscribers. Actually, I've gotten a handful of subs out of it. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Patrick.
Oh, God. One day I will catch up to you. One day.
I posted the same kind of stuff with the PPSH 41, and I didn't get those kind of views.
Yeah, I think we all put up videos.
That's the wildest thing.
Patrick, also, you made that, you zoomed up on that, and you're not showing your whole self. You're just showing the gun, and I think that is a big thing when you just show the gun shooting.
People don't want to hear you talk; they just want to see somebody shoot a machine gun. That's all I've.
They just want to hear. They just want to hear it go. Brrr. Yeah.
They want to see a gun spit bullets. They don't want to hear you talk about it.
Nope. They don't want history. They don't want none of that bullshit.
Nope.
They
want to see you spit bullets.
Yeah. That's just, that's the way it is, I guess, with the shorts.
It's just the virality is just so frustrating because you chase it.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
Yeah, what was that, Patrick?
I was just saying that you can chase a viral video and it'll never happen. And then one day, most of the time, it's the two videos that I've had go viral, which this one is kind of viral. It's just like throwaway content that I think is just okay. It's just okay.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, that's what people just whoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can analyze it all you want to. And there are ways of repeatedly doing well, but making something viral is very difficult.
I think my highest viewed video on Dirtfoot Racing is me changing a mini bike tire. It's a do-it-yourself video, and I just turned the camera on. I did it as I was doing it, and I posted it just like it was, and it gets comments and views constantly.
It's so crazy that's how. You can't. It's really hard to predict what people are going to just latch onto.
Yeah. Well, it's so many different things. Like all the stars have to line up. Like
I will say that if they didn't algorithmically alter things, I think we would be a lot more famous in the YouTube sphere. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty confident that all of us would have far larger numbers. If they didn't decide to screw with it.
Yeah, I think the whole gun space. For
example, the and I haven't posted anything to it in years. Mower death.
Does it still get comments?
Oh, it's every once in a while. I haven't looked at it lately, but Mower death only has like 211 subscribers, and you would think with shooting things and burning things and blowing things up, people would. But maybe it doesn't get any. I don't know. Like I said, I got to make some new videos, and maybe they'll come back to life. No.
That's one of those things. I went dark for 3 or 4 months. I didn't post anything. I basically I stopped getting comments on videos, even like old stuff. It kind of just died out. I'm used to getting 5 to 10 comments a day, 5 to 10, and I got down to I would get 1 or 2 a week, and then I started posting again. And for whatever reason, all of my stuff got shoved back into the algorithm, and I started getting comments like crazy again.
I think if you stop posting on any of the platforms, so let's say you take a break on a platform, I'm not sure what the length of time is, but when you come back, the algorithm tries to promote you again.
It jumps. I saw a massive jump when I came back. I took time off and came back, and things went from this, and then obviously down, to higher than it was before. It was very interesting.
Yeah. That definitely happens. Rob McNeely says, "Do you do lawnmower racing?" I think that's for Walter.
No, I don't. No, that's one of the things I haven't. No,
yeah. That's too low class for Walter. Mini bikes, on the other hand.
No, not that. It's just you can't. You can't do everything. It's hard to do. I'm having a hard time doing anything right now. As everybody knows, it's sometimes hard to want to do it.
That's the thing I've fallen into.
And for a while, I was posting I was posting mini bike stuff like weekly. I was boom daily. Then all of a sudden I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't know. It's like, I think once the weather starts to cool off, I'll be a little more motivated again. So, yeah.
Whenever ammo prices come back down, I feel like I also will have a little more motivation. I'm serious. I look at the amount of ammo I shoot, and I'm just like, Jesus, just dollar signs. I'm not going to get any return on this investment. It's just dollar signs going out.
Well, yeah, I mean, we make videos and shoot guns. And then,
I mean, I don't think we ever get back the money from shooting.
Hell no, but it's fun.
I don't think we ever get back the money per video. We're not like, you would have to probably do a 500,000 to 1 million views every video to get that back.
To pay for it. God, could you imagine? Oh, yeah. If they weren't artificially deflating us, I feel like I could probably get that.
Look, I've seen other people like that watermelon. That watermelon we shot with the 50 cal that just like blew the fuck up. It was like perfect. I've seen other people do the shittiest watermelon videos and have tens of thousands.
But every time I put up that watermelon video, bad things happen.
Is it bad luck watermelon or something?
No, it's
bad
just
juju,
they just did not like me. There's certain things that they don't like you doing. So if you do it, you always get hit.
Watermelons.
It's like the podcast has taken major blows just for even having the people on from like GOA and stuff like that.
Oh, of course, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Certain keywords that if you do that, if you have these people on, if you do these certain things, then once they just put that red flag on you, it's very difficult to deal with. You're almost better like starting completely from scratch.
I can't explain it. There's videos where I got engines running and stuff like that. It gets 25 views. I put a video up making an intake manifold for a mini bike that I welded up, and it gets like 2,000 views. I'm like, oh, hang on, wait a minute, what just happened here? What? What?
YouTube, do you know there's so much video outside of all the things that YouTube is doing? There's so many content creators putting videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
There's so much stuff getting uploaded. There's so many people on there. There's so much going on that they definitely can control things, but it's pretty much chaos. So
go ahead, Walter.
42 Chill says shoot squirrels from mini bikes. Let me tell you about a video I did years ago before I knew Hank Strange, before I knew Patrick, before I knew anything. There was a video that was on the internet someplace of a squirrel walking down a porch rail, and somebody set up a skeet thrower with food on it, and the squirrel crawls on it, and the person launches the squirrel. I got kicked off a channel I got kicked off a network I posted my website at the time was on this provider. They threw me off because of it.
Wow, you lost your provider.
I didn't make the video. I just thought it was the funniest fucking thing I ever seen in my life.
Yeah. They've been doing this kind of craziness for a long time.
No cruelty to animals and this that. So if I made a video driving around on a mini bike shooting squirrels, there'd be somebody crying someplace on their keyboard. He's a killer. He's a killer.
There are people. There's a God, I can't remember the name of the guy's channel, but all he does is review mousetraps. That's his entire channel, and it's really good.
I've seen things like Quap.
Yeah, Mousetrap Monday. That guy's awesome. People go on there and bitch that he's killing mice and rats. The #1 diseased
they must die
in the history of humans,
folks.
And
folks,
people are like,
plague, the black plague. The black plague, rats and fleas.
So you'll never.
Yeah. Do you know how much? Do you guys know? His name is Amantine. He was here on the show. I can't remember what his real name is, but there was this young black guy that was a hunter, and I think he was in Texas. He was on the show, and he was talking about hunting hogs and all that. Do you know how much trouble he gets into? Like how much trouble he gets into with Instagram and all that because he shows these hog hunts, and he shows him taking out the hogs and all that kind of stuff, and they're pestilent.
The stuff that's destroying people's crops and destroying people's yards, and they're dangerous too, by the way.
Yeah. They will fuck you up. They will gore. If you have a dog out in the yard, it will gore the shit out of your dog and try to kill it.
Well, yeah.
So
there's a video on it. I saw on Instagram or someplace. This guy's out in the woods, and they're aiming. They see this pig through the brush, and he fires it with a pistol. And that little fucker wasn't a big pig either. Comes charging at him.
Yep.
And he's like, pow! And he finishes it off right before it gets to him. I was like, oh man, that's cool.
it's just
Those things are scary.
people have no interest in knowing one where their food comes from. Even though I know not
how
everybody
dangerous
eats
the
feral
food
hogs.
is.
But yeah, people don't understand. Like, this is how nature's cruel. Having like the life of a deer, it gets to live out its perfect life out in the wilderness, not getting fucked with until one day it just doesn't exist anymore. No pain, no nothing, just gone. How? I mean, that's pretty idyllic for an animal. Most animals die horrible deaths of starvation or disease or getting eaten by something else. Painfully.
I mean, his life doesn't end there. I mean, he's food and people eat him and they grow. And
no, people just don't want to hear that. They don't want to get what it's like, what real life is like.
I think for us though, like for me, for sure, probably for all of us here, the reason why we get so our asses handed to us on YouTubes and all that is because we talk about political stuff, and then once they try, this is why I got mad. This is why I got mad with GOA and this whole Queen nonsense that's going on. I don't know if everyone is finished like giving all their tributes to the Queen and bowing down to the Queen, but it's what made me mad at GOA. Like, you know, I'm not mad at. So first of all, I was born in Guyana, and that was a British colony. My parents were British citizens up until I was born. You know what I mean? I've lived in England. My sister is a British citizen. She was born there. I get it. My mother was such a fan of royalty. Like when Princess Diana got married and they did the whole thing. She had the fucking plates and all that. And we lived in Nigeria.
I don't get it.
She ordered the plates from England and had these freaking Princess Diana plates.
I don't understand it.
So I don't. But here's my thing. So I don't hate anyone, and I'm not happy that anyone dies, and I don't want to celebrate anyone's death. But it's just crazy to me that someone like the GOA, who whenever, and listen, I'm like a lifetime member of GOA. I've spent a bunch of my time, my energies. I was talking about how we've gotten into trouble for promoting them and all that kind of stuff. But why they have to like go along, jump on the bandwagon with everyone else, like, oh, respect to the Queen. And listen, you could say, oh, the Queen passed, that's terrible. But they decided to make her into a Second Amendment icon.
This is like tribute, yeah.
That's where they rubbed me wrong. I'll be honest.
Yeah, whatever your things are about the Queen, that's fine. But I ask a question. Flags have been flying to half-staff. Is that because of her?
Yes.
I hope not.
Well, I don't know about here in America, but they're still
flags have been flying all week at half-staff.
You know, there was a whole revolution thing, right?
Yeah.
Nothing again. Whatever about the Queen, no worries. But she's not our Queen.
She's not our royalty.
How many monarchs ago was it when what is it? George? Is it? Yeah, it was George III or something like that, right? Isn't that who America fought for independence from?
One of those Georges, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like George III. It's not that far back in the line that we fought for independence from England, okay, from Great Britain, from the UK. Okay, so why? And I know why. I know exactly why GOA did it. Because GOA doesn't post their own social media anymore. They have a company. That company has people over there who do that and helps get them on Fox News. They need to
fire whoever that was stupid enough to do that.
This is how they get on Fox News and everything. So they have to do every fucking thing that Fox News and everyone else does. And I was seeing like Dana Loesch and a whole bunch of other gun companies and all that. All about the Queen, she was awesome. Here, she was a Second Amendment icon. She served in the military. All of their asses serve in the military. She wasn't running any extra special risks out there serving in the military. She shot guns
during the war.
She shot guns, and there's pictures of her shooting guns with. Literally, the Queen and now the King of England is exempt from all laws. So since, I think, when was it? Like I would have to go back. I think it was in the 70s, right? I know when I was living in England, the people of England cannot arm themselves like people can here in America. Mm-hmm. You have to have special permission just to have like a shotgun. A handgun? No fucking way. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah, you can, but it's got a ridiculously long barrel.
Yeah, you're talking about a 22. It's this. You can't arm.
No.
You cannot have a handgun to like. You cannot conceal carry.
You can have a rifle
No.
as a handgun, which has
Yeah.
a long barrel, and it has that big old counterweight sticking out the back of it to make it long.
Yeah.
So
ridiculous.
it's crazy for me to see people trying to make her into an icon of the Second Amendment.
No, yeah, that's not applicable. So
Yeah. So and
Every-
this is a woman
time.
who is exempt from every law. Like Rob is saying,
Yeah.
they're exempt from taxes. They're exempt from.
Are they actually exempt from everything?
Do you know the Queen could literally walk down the street in England, shoot a person in the head, and you can't charge her with any crime. She's exempt from every crime.
I don't understand why the Brits love their royalty so much.
So the thing about it is that these are people who are patriots, and they'll get up there and they'll flip for her, and then they're trying to make this crazy ass bridge. And when I try to say something about it, there were people who are like, "Oh, she was a veteran, and she loved guns." So here's the thing:
She didn't love guns.
all right, let me just say something about veterans. First thing, we have American veterans. They're the biggest libtards in the effing world. So stop with the veteran. I get so I'm not a veteran, but I get so tired of people praying to the veteran thing, praying to the vet. We have so many veterans that have fucked this country up with their goofy leftist ways. Okay, my rant's done. Sorry.
No, I don't. I think what you're saying is true. I mean,
John Glenn, first person to orbit, a fucking leftist tard. Okay.
It's awesome to serve your country, but that doesn't mean.
Yes.
And that's what I tell people. Not
you
every veteran, not because someone is a veteran, they're an icon.
Is a perfect person. Yes.
Yeah.
This icon that we have to bow to. It's like, no.
So you know what I decided to do since people were telling me that nonsense? I decided, I was like, let me take a look and see past world leaders who also happen to be veterans and liked guns. Because maybe like GOA or any of these other people would like to celebrate these folks. So do you want to see my list? I spent a little bit of time on it. So there's this dude, Adolf Hitler.
He liked
was
guns.
a veteran.
No, that dude liked guns.
He was a veteran. Yeah. Muammar Gaddafi, this guy.
He loved guns.
Yeah, total veteran. Idi Amin, remember that dude? Idi Amin.
Was he in Africa?
Yeah, he was a veteran.
Uganda.
Yeah, Fidel Castro, veteran.
Loved his guns. That man loved his guns.
Manuel Noriega.
Patriots, all of them.
Manuel Noriega, veteran. Saddam Hussein. The Kim Jong-un ills and all these motherfuckers.
He likes food a little too much.
Joseph Stalin. Yeah, Joseph.
Stalin. Yeah.
Pol Pot. All these people. They all were veterans. So I hope that those guys will also go back and posthumously honor those people's asses, like they honor. Listen, what's happening in England, with the Queen and the new king and all that kind of stuff, is not going to help us any. It's not going to stop all the shit coming at us. It's not going to do any of that. So I'm not saying that you have to go out there and celebrate someone passing from the planet, but it sucks to see that kind of stuff. That's what I say about it.
Well, once again, whatever you feel about the Queen, that's your business. Mm-hmm. But yeah, to try to promote it as some kind of a Second Amendment person, that's just wrong because
It makes no sense.
I'm not going to go. The English can have their stuff, and I kind of look at it like the way that we have our stuff here, and they've been taking down statues and taking down this and taking down that. That's our stuff. That's our stuff. The British have had that stuff forever.
Our royalty is celebrity. That's what our royalty is.
America's royalty is royalty also. America's royalty is royalty also.
When you re-elect the same person to an office for 40 years, what is it? What are they? When you're so stupid,
Biden,
did you go out and vote for that same Pelosi and Biden and all these other ones?
Yep.
These fucking brainless.
Yeah.
You turn them into this where we're like, oh, they're special. Oh, they're special. He's no special. He's a.
They deserve. Criminal. They feel like they deserve it. Like all the Bushes have to be a president of America.
Well,
seriously.
Look at the Kennedys. Look at the Kennedys. Don't forget the Kennedys.
Yeah.
You know, they thought they thought their shit didn't stink for 40 years too, and now they're nothing. So, bless their hearts. But that's another crime syndicate, the Kennedys. So,
They all
and by the way,
for
supporters of the IRA too. By the way,
Yeah.
just so you know that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, listen, I got to throw this up here again, Walt. I got to throw this up because Jade Grew said Brownell says Hank 10 is an invalid code. It's Strange 10. It's Strange 10, Jade. Strange 10.
Strange 10.
So there you go. Yeah, Strange 10. Just throwing it up there again. I see 42 Chilled is also saying that, so just reminding, you know. And if you by the way, if there is an issue or something like that, let me or Lola know. We'll look into it because, of course, there could always be issues. So, yeah. Anyway, that was just like a weird thing. And, you know.
Once again,
like
I said, if you dig the Royals, that's great. You know, whatever floats your boat. But we don't need to fly the flag here at half staff for her.
Yeah,
that's not we've
gonna take a break.
We're
gonna take a break, Walt. Take a break. Hold on.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, sorry, Walt. You got cut off. Go for it.
No, I mean, like growing up as a kid, you know, you'd see the flag flying at half staff. It was something kind of real special, or someone
it's
real
not
special.
Anymore.
No.
Now, if they can fly, I mean, okay, bless their hearts, whoever, you know, if it's policemen or whatever, they didn't do that for local cops back when I was growing up as a kid. And we didn't. Local cops weren't getting killed like they were now either. You know, the bad guys were getting killed. But anyways,
I'm not sure. We might have to look up and see why our flags are at half staff. That would be interesting.
But to fly it for of another country, negatory. That's not the reason for it. Even though she's, like I said, nothing taken away from the Queen, bless her heart, but not our Queen. So.
No half staff. I just looked. There's a widget that tells you should it be at half staff, and no, there should not be at half staff right now.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is I went to Chick-fil-A today, and it's been at half staff at Chick-fil-A for a week.
I guarantee you it's for
maybe someone from. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone from Chick-fil-A or something like that. I don't know.
No, likes the Queen.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just this. One of the things I see is that I keep telling you guys, there's this conservative Hollywood. There are these people who are just pretending to be conservative, to be patriots, and all that kind of stuff, and they're not really doing shit. It's a lot of vitriol. Fox News is one of those. Like, people don't realize.
You want to hear my least favorite?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Every time we hop in the car to go for lunch or something, and Dana Loesch is on, I fucking hate her so. I dislike her voice so much because all I can hear is blah 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 blah. Oh, and go buy this thing that I should tell you need to go buy. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's a lot of radio.
Go buy this thing that I need to go buy. Blah blah blah. Okay. Also, you should go buy this thing. Like, that's all her show is talking nonsense until she can get to the next segment to sell you something. That's
radio
it.
sucks,
and it's stupid as shit.
Radio's horrible. Radio's horrible.
My God.
But she was one of those people that was out there, simping for the
Telling
Queen.
us we gotta love the Queen.
Yeah, Dana Loesch, right? Yes.
Dana Loesch, yeah. God, I can't stand her.
But so here's why Fox did it. So now, first of all, let's realize that Fox, was owned by Rupert Murdoch. He's from Australia, and so they're under the Queen. So, But it now belongs to Disney. So just realize this.
Fox is owned by Disney?
Yes, Fox is owned by Disney, and this is why they don't get in trouble for shit. We're playing this, all the world's a stage, man, and Fox News is just like conservative Hollywood. They belong to Disney. This is why they don't get in trouble. They're just playing this one side of the coin over here. They're not that different from fucking CNN or anything else out there.
The news stations like Fox or CNN or MSNBC, it's literally just, let me get a segment to get eyes on so we can then show you advertising. That's all it is. That's all. They don't give a rat's hairy ass about what's going on. It's just to make you pay attention long enough so they can get you to the advertising. That's it.
Yeah. So
tell me I'm wrong.
Listen, I'm sick and tired of Fox News too, man. I could take only, listen, I like the legs. There's always some hot chicks over there with some big legs.
The little short lady, I like the little short lady.
At some point it's just...
Oh, I got to show you something, Patrick. I found on Instagram.
Rob McNeely says Princess Diana is a great example of how the royal family views term limits for royalty. Okay.
Did they kill her ass? Maybe.
Well, if you looked at that guy that Walter was telling us to look at the other day,
if they did, that was an awfully messy way to do it.
Yeah. What Dan Hates You says, you guys are one to talk. Hank just told me to buy a High Point, and it's 17. Mind you, going to tell me to buy something.
I'm telling you to buy shit that's cool, okay?
Hey,
that's every 20 minutes.
Get your ass out and buy a High Point. You hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not telling you to go buy Super Beat shoes or whatever the fuck they sell on there. The dumbest shit ever. Even though I have slept on a MyPillow and it was okay. It was okay.
Hey, listen
I've
to
got
Walt.
nothing against
Get
My
out
Pillow.
there and get yourself
What the hell is that?
Chimpy John, Big John, the Chimpy Chief.
Big
All right?
John,
Get out there
the
and get
Chimpy
it
Chief.
right now.
That has got to be worth money, that toy. Let's show us the other side. It's upside down. The other way. The other way. Boom, boom.
There he is.
Back it up a little bit.
Holy shit, Walter. Vintage battery-operated Big John the Chimpy Chief with original box.
Yeah.
$119 on Amazon.
Yeah, right now
Are you serious?
Yeah, right now my screen is so pixelated. I don't even know why. That's something with my image or something like that.
He doesn't work 100%. But you know what?
Hey, he's a Chimpy Chief. He doesn't need to.
Oh, whoa, wait, show that again.
The Chimpy Chief, look at him.
It looks good. That looks in good shape.
Hell yeah, that's a cool ass toy.
$115? This motherfucker might be gone.
Yeah, man. I don't know why right now the screen decides to.
You got bad internets.
Yeah,
I think it's the YouTubes doing that because they don't like. They think there's something racist about Chimpy Chief, Big John.
They don't like Chimpy Chief.
We're on Utreon. We're on Utreon, so we're not.
Oh, I forgot. But you got to feed through somebody's system. Right?
Yeah, we're going through. Yeah, it's my cell service. It's my cell service. 42 Chill says Fox Sports and Fox Broadcasting join Fox News as assets that will help make up Fox Corporation, which is officially a standalone publicly traded company who begin trading on NASDAQ under Fox symbols. There you go. But it's still owned by Disney.
I try not to pay attention. I don't.
So
most of the newscasters I don't like. The only one on there that I really like is the little short Dana lady. I have something about that. And
I typically like Tucker. I like Tucker Carlson, but even he was on that.
For the most part.
Tucker Carlson was on that Queen bullshit.
Yeah.
He was on that Queen bullshit.
And Greg Gutfeld, I like him a lot.
Yeah, Greg Gutfeld's okay. I like all the big-legged ladies.
What's that lady's name? Dana Perino? Yeah, she's like 4'11". I'm on board with that.
Dana Perino. Is that the press? That's the press secretary.
She's the old press secretary. Though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she's
blonde.
Yeah. No,
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, she's bite-sized.
Something's about I like the way she too. Yeah.
She is 5'0".
So
she's a tiny little lady, and I'm all right with it.
Yeah. She's a little feisty. She's a little feisty chick, Dana Perino.
I like it.
Yeah. But listen, that's the only thing they've got me going with that I'll ever look at the big-legged chicks. That's about it. Everybody's hair is all done. Now, I will say, we're getting to a point now where all women that are on, and everywhere now, even, like, I go to the hospital and I see this, all these women look like drag queens now, man. I don't know what the hell is going on. There is a limit of how much makeup and how, like, your eyebrows should not be out here. Your eyebrows shouldn't be doing this.
No. That's nasty. That's nasty, baby. That's nasty.
42 Chill says Dana, married a Brit. Okay, there you go. But like, I've noticed this now. I'll go to the hospital. I'll go anywhere. I'll go someplace, and it's someone's at work, and they look like a drag queen, and I'm like, man, why are you doing this? You're putting on too much fucking makeup now, because everyone's idolizing the drag queen dudes for makeup. So now all the women, everybody looks like they're a drag queen now.
How do women fall for that?
I don't know. I saw Marley over there. We would have to ask her. Marley is the expert.
Marley, why do
I blame
women fall for
YouTube.
men doing makeup?
I blame YouTube.
The big eyelashes. The big eyelashes.
They're the big eyelashes and shit. Women that watch, they love drag queens that do makeup.
Yeah, ask Marley if she's noticed that all the women out there are looking like drag queens now because of
Have you noticed a bunch of women out there looking like drag queens, getting all big eyebrows and too much makeup? Yeah. She said, "Yeah."
That is crazy.
It must be the in thing right now.
Yeah, women are shaving off their eyebrows and having eyebrows surgically penciled in.
Fuck off! Why would you do that? Why?
It's insane. You know, it's insane. Like, there's the dudes who are the chiefs, like who the biggest YouTube makeup channels. The dudes have like more beard than me, and then they're putting on makeup. So the next thing you're gonna see women are gonna be penciling in like what is this called? Yeah, like
stubble, 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, 5 o'clock shadows. They'll be penciling it in because that's what they think beautiful chicks are supposed to look like.
Oh my god, what is this world trying to get into?
You know, it's like having an ass the size of a super tanker.
Oh my lord.
That's not cool. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I don't really like the look of that. I mean, I don't understand what people do.
They fantasize about this.
It's insanity. It's what's happening to the world. It's like here's another article that Babyface sent. I'm gonna throw this up.
Oh god, I sent it too much. Oh god, not that one. Oh my god.
Woke Ontario High School defends trans teacher who flaunts massive fake boobs in class. Now you're gonna see all the ladies walking around with this big fake boobs.
There's this thing. There's a video of him using, I guess he's a shop teacher or something. I don't know, because he's using a chop saw.
He's using the chop saw, yeah.
Them big fake knockers almost in the blade. Oh my god!
We've got to stop. We are going too far.
Why is the mentally deranged allowed to teach our children?
It's not even funny.
It's going too far. It's going too far. People need to back off, and especially women. Women need to be very careful.
Someone like that needs to be physically removed.
Yeah.
Same boat.
I would just say
physically removed. Physically removed.
I would just say to the ladies out there, be careful who you idolize. Okay.
I don't. Oh, I can't imagine women looking at that and going, "Yeah, that's who I." There's just, how could you? Why would you want somebody to wear your feminism as a costume? What the fuck?
I think the education. Now that was in Canada. That dude's in Canada, by the way.
Yes.
That's not here in America. That guy's in Canada, but
correct.
Yeah,
and those aren't real. Those aren't implants. That's just something.
No, it's like something's hanging off his neck.
I think that guy is trying. I think that guy is trying to get fired, or he's trying to get moved to, like, you know, where they put the teachers who are problem teachers, but they still get paid.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or
they should have a biker
nuts.
gang come and remove him.
Yeah.
And then you can't sue anybody. There's nobody to sue. So
I think more and more homeschooling is going to be the way to go in America, Canada, all over the planet, because the educational system is
breaking down.
Nuts. Yeah.
When we're allowing the mentally ill to teach our kids
to walk freely, walk freely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Rob's putting some kind of link here, which I can't click on my thing and go through the link. So I'm not sure.
Home company as a Disney deal set to close. Oh, that's what 42 Chilled put up there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Let's see if I can open it up separately. No, I think Rob's showing like something he has on Twitter.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
No,
he's showing the article from the guy on Twitter
of this teacher.
Yeah, it's just insane. I think he's just that dude is just being deliberately ridiculous.
I never thought of it from that standpoint, but I think you might be right. He's looking for somebody to do something against him so he can then sue, maybe, because Canada has those crazy laws against talking shit about trannies. So maybe that's what he's going for. I don't know.
Yeah. I would
nuts.
take
It's
my
all
kids.
fucking...
I would just homeschool my kids. But we're in a state now where people just want to. Do you remember, like, a long time ago, people used to warn their kids, you know, when it was Halloween and stuff, be careful who you get candy from because people will poison you, do other shit. Now everyone's down with fucking up the children of the world. Everybody's like, yeah, let's mess them up. Let's just confuse the hell out of them. Just make them real crazy. That's what's happening. And
we're gonna raise our boy. Hopefully, raise our boy to be a boy. He's gonna do boy things, and he's gonna go out back and get dirty.
And this starts with calling him Chrome Vandium.
Come here, Chrome.
We won't use his real name on the podcast. So if we want to call him Chrome Vandium on the podcast, it's totally fine with me. So I don't put his real name out in the world.
No.
Chrome Vandium, we'll talk about Chrome Vandium.
Chrome Vandium. You must do that with enthusiasm. Chrome Vandium.
Chrome Vandium.
Vandium, like Thor or something like that, you know, like...
He won't get beat up in school or anything like that at all if we call him Chrome Vandium. It'd be totally fine.
I heard your daddy calls you Chrome Vandium.
Who got into fights in school? I know I did. I got into
I never did. I wasn't one of those. Nope.
Oh. If anyone tried to bully me, I was like a little skinny kid. But if you try to bully me, I'm fighting back. I don't care. You could kick my ass if you could do it.
I don't remember having too many issues with bullying.
Oh yeah.
I was one of those that got along with pretty much everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I got bullied all over the world, internationally.
Tank's claim to fame. I've been bullied everywhere.
You know, so
I've been what's that?
all around the world.
The Africans hated me. The British hated me.
Hell yeah. Yep.
I went to New York. They hated me.
Hells yeah. Let me explain it to you. In Guyana, I got into trouble all the time because my mom was Indian, my dad was black, because we were mixed. So that was always a problem, right? Being mixed. Then we went to England, and obviously, you know, being some like black kids in the 70s, people will make you think that England's not racist. There's a lot of racism.
Oh, they absolutely are.
So there was that. Then I went to Nigeria, where people hated me because, you know, I wasn't completely African. So they hated me for that, you know, because I wasn't completely African. Then I came to America and I had a British accent, and everyone hated me for that. That was before.
Bloody hell.
Like, everyone loves a British accent now, but not then.
Question for you. I wanted to bring this up, and this will be the last question of the night since we got 3-4 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
What is fufu, and why don't you just make bread?
It's like a starch. It's like a pounded yam kind of thing. So, it's a kind of food that you would eat with the pounded yam.
Why didn't West Africans have bread? Was wheat hard to grow in West Africa, and starches were easier?
Yeah, I think it's always easier that, you know,
to grow a bunch of starches.
You could have bread. You could have bread, but typically in other places in the world, bread was flat. So, like in India, it would be roti, for example. So it would be
unleavened bread.
Flat. Yeah, it would be a flat kind of thing around the world. And I don't know,
It's
Walter. In Europe, was it flat until ovens were in? I don't know. Yeah, I guess the Europeans pioneered the oven technology and baking and all that. And yeast is the reason, probably.
Yeah. Watching somebody eat with their hands, though, watching them eat fufu with their hands is not appetizing. I watched it last night. It just puts me off. I don't want to see somebody eating like that.
Well, you got to have clean hands. I've done all of that, but most of my life I've eaten with my hands.
God, don't wipe your ass and then go eat dinner. Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're not supposed to even you're only supposed to do things with certain hands or whatever.
I'm staying out of the conversation because I'm staying out of that.
But listen, people eat no matter what. You can't get around eating with your hands. You know.
No, you know it's funny.
This is God's sport.
Yeah, I have no problem eating with my hands, but just put me off. It put me off.
Yeah. I'm a savage. I like eating with my hands. So I still sit on the floor, man. I don't Lola has like a dining room table. I don't use that shit.
Oh, the good old days. Marley and I, before we had a dining room table when we were living in our old townhome, we used to eat dinner on the floor all the time. We had like a coffee table, so we would like put on a show or something, sit at the coffee table on the floor, and eat dinner. It was awesome. Simpler times back then. Way simpler times.
Oh, I still do it. I'll sit right on the floor. You see my place. There's guns all over.
Yeah.
There's gun boxes, ammo right here, camera equipment.
That dining room table only gets used when the guests come over.
No, Lola will use it. She's not as savage as I am. I'm pretty much savage. But yeah, I mean, I think eating with your hands is not so bad. There's nothing wrong with germs. That's how you live longer.
It was funny because I was thinking about that. I was like, man, that looks disgusting. And then we sat down for pizza last night, and they have rolls, and I always order the rolls with a little bit of their red sauce. And I was like, pulling the bread apart, dipping it in the red sauce, and eating it. I'm like, man, I guess I'm not that far off from what I was watching earlier.
That bread in your hand is not goopy, sloppy shit you're scooping out.
That's what I'm a little weird about. It's like
it's different. That's different. So
fufu gets eaten with like soups and stuff, which is weird to me.
Or just where they just and I get it. If you got nothing to eat with, guess what? But it goes beyond that. That's just the way it's always been.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Got no fork.
I mean, forks have been around for a long time.
But not in every.
It's cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like in some cultures they share food. Like, well, you do that. You do that too, Walter. You guys.
Well, that's Chinese.
Yeah, but there's culturally in a lot of places they share food. Food gets around, and then everyone gets in there, or whatever. I'm super paranoid also. So.
Marley and I share food and drink, but we're also not eating with our hands. I don't know.
We're gonna take a quick break.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
SHF is.
Patrick is complaining about Walter being on the last thing.
You gotta randomize your ads.
Yeah, 42 Chill. I said that I'm too paranoid, and 42 Chill says, "But got COVID." You can't.
Exactly, but you got COVID somehow.
It got me eventually. It got me back in 2019. Got me now. So.
Yeah, I had something after that SHOT Show in 20, and then Christmas, was it last Christmas or whatever it was, when I came back from New Orleans, everybody got a little bit of it, but life went on. So
yeah, it is what it is.
So for you, has it just been a bad cold? Is that really all you've had?
For me?
Yeah.
No, it was like serious fever. Like I would have a fever and then I would have chilled. Yeah, it was like a really bad flu. It was fever chills. Okay. Like I could have a fever for about 30 minutes and then have chills and then go back to fever.
I've had that kind of thing when I've had the flu, and then have fever, chills, puke, fever, chills, puke.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
I've been sick before and tested myself. If Lola and I feel like we could be sick or something, we'll do the test. And it came out clear. But this time I was like, okay, we got to run this test again, and it came out no, you have COVID. So
did you do the self test or did you go to the doctor?
Self test.
And it came back positive?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
every time I'm really sick, I stick one of those things up my nose, and I never have COVID. I just am paranoid that I do.
Well, it works. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. I was curious.
It's not a sugar pill.
A couple lines off the table, and I'm good to go, baby.
Right as rain.
Don't make me laugh. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna be trying to do the show this week, and but I'm not really. I already canceled a whole bunch of things, like we were talking about earlier, because of like finances and everything. I'm not gonna overextend myself, so we already canceled a bunch of trips and stuff like that. So, I'll be here getting work done, putting things out in the universe, so you guys will definitely see it. And I did get work done. There were a couple of videos that went up for anyone who wants to see. All right, I'm gonna give these guys an opportunity here to tell you guys where you can find them. Let's start with Patrick.
Yeah, it's a good transition. Video went up today. If you guys want to go watch it at youtube.com/babyfaceP or on utreon.com/c/babyfaceP. Look me up on Utreon. It's in there. If you ever can't find something on YouTube, go check Utreon. I'm going to have a video coming out about that shortly because I have a couple things that are missing from YouTube that are still perfectly available on other platforms like Utreon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If I could just interject in there, Patrick, for everyone who supports myself and Patrick on Patreon, thanks for that. Definitely appreciate that. But I think Patreon's having some issues, so I would definitely recommend folks go over to Utreon.
Absolutely.
I haven't done the subscribe star thing or any other thing like that. I would say Utreon is a pretty good place to go to because you can see the videos there and all that, as well as support us. So go do that.
Yep, I actually have 2 subscribers on Utreon, which is very awesome.
Yeah, and who knows what's going to be up with Patreon, by the way.
And if you want to check me out on Instagram, it's baby_faceP, as in the letter P.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Walt.
I thought Ian Forgotten Weapons did a little thing about Patreon and what's going on.
He did a thing about Utreon.
Utreon, yeah.
Yes, he did a thing. Yeah, what's happening with
Patreon
Patreon is, I think I've been sending you guys things about it in our group texts, but Patreon is having some issues. You've seen that, right, Patrick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like that old karma thing that I always talk about.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Walter, where can the folks find you?
Yeah.
You can find me on Utreon and Utreon and Utreon. No, Utreon and Facebook and I completely lost my whole fucking thing about it.
SafetyOverFirearms.com.
Yeah, SafetyOverFirearms.com, Utreon, Facebook, Instagram. Dirtfoot Racing, the same. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, and then there's still Sten Parts. Sten Parts are still around selling shit. So check out StenParts.com too.
Yeah, when are the 50s coming up? When are you selling some 50s?
I have. There's some single shots in stock, and there's actually some mag-fed ones right now. I don't know if they're all spoken for yet. I put together 9 last week.
Wow. Okay.
In addition to the other one, the special one, and they're sitting in a rack. So
now is your time. If you know someone who's looking, because people are always looking, it's basically timing.
And 29s, both in single shots and mag-fed. Yeah. So
go for 29. You're already going for a 50 BMG. You get the full barrel length.
Right, I agree with
that. Oh hell! Go for the. We're gonna do. I'm gonna bring out the old 12-inch 50 cal, and I'm gonna shoot a freaking I'm gonna shoot a watermelon point blank. Boom!
So
I'm gonna take a watermelon bath. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might even. We might do. We might put a watermelon in the front, and one on each side of the muzzle brake, and see what happens.
Oh boy. Yeah. Hootie
Who
Walter.
Just be all sweat. I'll be nasty and sticky with watermelon goop. That's all.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Okay, so listen, I want to thank everyone for for all the well wishes and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate it. I'll definitely see you guys later on this week. I'm gonna run in the end, and we're gonna come back. One of these guys is gonna give us words of wisdom. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us here. Make sure you check out iTunes, all your favorite places to get your audio podcast from will be up on there. We'll be ripping the audio out of this and throwing it up there tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. It's always there. You can find it on hankstrange.com as well. So who has words of wisdom? Who's got it?
Walter?
I'll say a little something. Yeah.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah,
My
go
turn?
for it. Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Wherever you get your news from, or however you get your news, or whomever you get your news from, just take it with a grain of salt. But things to pay attention to, things like weather. Watch the weather, because the weather can kill you. Whether it's summer in Florida with hurricanes, or it's tornadoes up in the Midwest or wherever, just watch the weather and watch that kind of news. But stay away from all this political garbage. It's all just to bring you down, fill you up with poo-poo. So
I can't argue that. Totally agree with that. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Let me press the button here. And we're going to be out of here.
Oh, yeah, 44. GCG 44 if Walter's going.